Let's dive into the world of mangroves. Today we have arrived at the Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserve in Singapore. We will be looking at the mangrove ecosystems in this study area. Sungai Buloh is a tropical mangrove wetland ecosystem consisting of brackish man-made tidal ponds, estuaries, tidal channels, and intertidal mudflats. This area contains the only well-developed and relatively pristine remnants of Singapore's original mangrove forest. Let's take a look at the history of Sungai Buloh. In the past, much of the mangrove forests were cleared over time for agricultural development. The clearing of exposed mudflats for prawn farming at low tide attracted migratory shorebirds. After they recognized the importance of this area, mangrove restoration for the migratory birds began in the 1990s. Heavy machinery were used to reshape agriculture ponds, and bird hides were built surrounding the pond. In 2002, 130 hectares were officially gazetted as a nature reserve, renamed as Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserve. Since then, it has expanded to include 202 hectares of mangroves, mudflats, ponds, and forests, providing an even larger sanctuary for wildlife and nature. Next, why are mangroves so important to us? Well, mangroves help prevent erosion and stabilize coastlines, which help to absorb storm surge impacts and protect us. Their dense roots help bind soils and can even filter pollutants from the water, improving water quality flowing from rivers into the estuary and ocean environment. Mangrove forests also provide habitat and refuge to a wide range of wildlife, such as mudskippers and crabs. Let's now take a look at the mangrove species that can be found here. This is the bakau, which is one of the most commonly seen mangroves in Singapore. It is characterized by its pointy eye-shaped leaves and its arcing stilt roots for extra support and air absorption. This is the soneratia, also known as mangrove apple. It is characterized by circular leaves and ripe fruit shaped like a small apple. This is the Nipa frutican, known as the mangrove palm. It is characterized by its clumping stemless palm with rhizome roots. It also has a large brown-colored fruit that is egg-shaped. Did you know that we eat the fruit here in Singapore? It is known as atapji, a topping that we put on Singapore's cold dessert ais kacang. This is the api-api. It is characterized by its pencil-like pneumatophores that stick up above the ground. Also, it has leathery and smooth leaves. What wildlife can we find at Sungai Buloh? Here we can find the tree-climbing crab and small snails that are resting on the mangrove tree for refuge during high tide. There is a mudskipper resting on a rock at the intertidal zone of the mangrove forest. We can also find water monitor lizards around the area. A common bird species we can find here is the little egret. If you are lucky, you can watch a flock of birds flying together and wait for a yeet, even a changeable hawk eagle. Overall, the Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserve is a role model for conservation and restoration of mangroves in Singapore. As seen here, young mangroves are supported by staking, which can be used when first planting young mangrove saplings for a restoration project. This will require periodic checks to ensure that the young mangroves are growing well in the area. Moreover, it is important to ensure that the biophysical environment can support the mangrove survival by ensuring saline water environment. Although mangroves have been destroyed in the past, it is still possible to set things right by restoring them back into the natural ecosystem where they belong.